welcome Kyle Miller, everybody.
I should have done this before I got up here.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody have a cable?
Yeah.
Yeah? You say you did? Could I borrow one?
I got one.
Thank you.
He's got one.
Good man. Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome, buddy.
Guys, give Alex a great big hand for his cable. This is awesome. Thank you, man.
Okay, Pop.
You're too young to know any better, but too young to know any worse. Too thirsty to care what you're drinking, can't cure your unquenchable thirst. You're too deaf to hear what they're saying, and too sick to breathe in the air. You're too blind to see what they're doing, you're too ignorant to really care. The first one I'm going to do is a song called Misdirection that I wrote like kind of before election season was like over. I keep looking at the camera, so. Okay. Before election season was over, and it was like I kind of wrote it after just being like pretty disillusioned with everything. Like I just really was kind of getting sick of the whole process, and it was kind of a time when like I don't know if I should talk about like affiliations or anything like that, but like you know I really like Obama. Obviously, and I was an Obama supporter. I can't vote. Obama supporter. It was like at a time when he wasn't really doing so well, and so I was really just getting scared. I was getting really scared, and so that was kind of what inspired it. I mean, the song pretty much tells the whole story. So like if you listen to the lyrics, it's pretty straightforward. But you know that it's all misdirection, just a simple trick of the mind. Yes, you know that it's all misdirection. Oh, oh, oh. They'll trumpet on high to their critics, and they'll hide behind God with their kin. They'll care nothing for you or your loved ones, or the world that we all live in. But you know that it's all misdirection, just a simple trick of the mind. Yes, you know that it's all misdirection. Oh, 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 oh.
Where do you usually get like your inspiration to write a song? Like where does that come from?
Like I usually start out with music, like so I'll have like chords or I'll have like a kind of a melody in mind that I'll figure out chords for, and then from there, you know, sometimes it'll be like an idea that I'll have that I don't know like how I'm gonna do it, but I just kind of know I want to write a song about something like that. Like I find a lot of times with songs, if I do have an idea like that, it takes like an emotion. I need to have some kind of an emotional event or just like some emotion that really strikes me,
right,
to just be kind of like the fire and the fuel kind of thing, and then all of a sudden lyrics will come to me and things like that will come to me. So, so I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much how it goes with all of them. You know, I'll just maybe have an idea that crystallizes, and then I just kind of work on it like that. But
yeah,
you know, that's pretty much the way I've gone about it so far. So.
I noticed that you play kind of like almost two separate styles. You do a lot of like bluesy kind of stuff,
yeah,
but you do some of the old folky kind of stuff too. Is there a reason for those two styles?
I like with blues. I feel like it's a lot more just about the energy, and what you're saying isn't necessarily important at all, really. Which is, I can relate to at times where it's just I don't really care what I'm saying. It's just about feeling like a melody, feeling just energy that you gotta let out. And then you know I feel like with a lot of the folkier stuff, it's like you can. It's more about what you're saying, not necessarily about how you say it. You know, you don't have to be a great singer or anything like that, or even you don't even have to really sing with a lot of energy, as long as you're putting that, channeling your energy through what you want to say. You know, as long as there's energy in that, it doesn't really matter, kind of. So I mean, pretty much everything that I write is kind of more like in that vein, you know, because you know I always kind of find like I have more energy sometimes actually with other people's songs, which is really strange. Like, you know, maybe it's just because it feels really fresh because I didn't have to come up with it and spend time figuring out the words and things, so.
Oh, 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 oh. They'll silence your words with a gunshot, and they'll force you to worship in fear. They'll quietly placate your senses wash blood from their hands with your tears. But you know that it's all misdirection, just a simple trick of the mind. Yes, you know that it's all misdirection. Oh, 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 oh.
Is there a certain place where you like to write, or does it just come to you whenever? When do the lyrics come to you?
Usually, I'll figure out one lyric maybe. Like, I can figure out kind of like a verse or like a format for the verse, and I'll have lyrics like that. And then from there, depending on how I like the verses that I've got, you know, I'll come up with a few lines. If I like it, I'll kind of go with that pattern and then just continue, like, you know, whatever it is I'm trying to get across until I feel like I've gotten it across. Just writing verses like that. But then there's like other times where the lyric will not come first necessarily, but a phrase or something, or like a couple words. It's just like in my head, and so then I kind of have it like on tap. The next time that I go down and I'm like, oh man, I gotta come up with a line for this next part, and then I'll think, oh, that's a cool word, or that's like a cool phrase, and I'll find some way to kind of put it in.
Would anybody happen to have a pick? I know I'm just borrowing everybody's equipment here. Oh, look at this. This front row is like really... This front row is like really having my back. I'm really digging this from you guys. That's awesome. Okay. This is another song that I wrote. It's called Better Off. All aboard the fallout shelter, homeward bound and in my hair. People wait as we roll onward, dreaming in my own bed.
And then the second song that I'm going to do is one that I wrote over the summer. I was out in Boston and I was just kind of like living in the city, and I really didn't like it that much. And towards the end of my stay there, I was getting really sick of it, and I wrote these lyrics down that were like not very happy and not very nice, and you know, just basically being homesick. And then I ended up visiting my aunt who lives in New Hampshire, and I got to stay there, which was awesome because she lives out in the country, which is like my place. I love it. And I wrote the chorus, which I think it's only really melodic. There's no words to it or anything, but I think it's kind of a lot more upbeat, stuff like that. So
it kind of has like an upbeat
it kind of has
sound, but
an upbeat
lyrics.
sound, but it's kind of negative lyrics, right? Exactly. So that's why I kind of like it too. Is, you know, if you just listen to it, you know, with your ear, not with your head or anything, you think it's a really happy kind of song, and then you start listening to the lyrics, and it's about being really homesick, just brutally homesick. So.
Better off, you're better off in bed by 10. Oh, oh.
I feel like this is going to be the most insane editing job you're ever going to have to do.
No, that's fine.